Okay, so some guys wanted me to make a video of my settings because I guess people have questions about it. So that's what we're going to do real quick for the Discord and the guild. So for audio, I've got master volume down, music volume down a little bit 35, 59, 70, 86. For display, I have two displays. So I'm running Windows full screen, and I can drag my game over to my second screen or things from my second screen over to this screen, yada, yada, yada. So that's why I run that. I'm running 1440p. I have no frame limit rate. I don't use VSync because I don't like it. Graphic settings, I'm running Ultra, global illumination, viewing distance, cinematic, so I can get the nameplates from further away. Epic on pretty much everything else after that. DLSS, I'm told that a lot of people don't run this because it's not actually supported in the game. I run it. It's up to you. Try it with both, but when I run it with quality, so I get a better quality, and it gives me a little better look while maintaining my frame rate. Frame generation is not supported yet, although there's probably a hack that you can get it to run, but not natively supported yet, so we're not really worried about that. Basically, for you guys, I'd say try it with it off, see what it looks like. See if your frame's going up or going down, or, kind of how you feel about it. I feel like my game looks a little shittier without it, so I'm going to leave mine on. DLSS on quality. Okay, for combat and movement, this is camera. I didn't really mess with that. There's some big things in here. Show the combat mini map. I like that. I don't need the damage vignette or whatever the fuck it's called. Low health border intensity. I left that stock. I left the attached player stock. Show effect cooldown stock. This is a big one. Auto attack enabled. Basically, when I click a skill, either ranged or regular, or right click something, like I want the auto attack to happen. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're only going to click the skills that you have. Some people like this, some people don't. I do. I like it so where when I right click something, like I'm immediately opening up and then going from there or whatever. Damn, did I not have my video on the whole entire time? That sucks. Anyways, ranged ability, same thing. You use a ranged ability and your character will start auto attacking in between your ranged abilities. Held behavior, release to cast. I think I just left that standard. Trigger held, I think I left that standard. Require force PvP to use helpful PvP on unaffiliated combats. I don't know what this stuff really is yet because I haven't really done the PvP stuff, but use that the way you will. This is the combat text that shows you the damage. I think I pretty much just allowed everything and then picked a color, which is up here. You can pick a floating font and here's where you pick the colors. So this is just the font, and then this I wanted to see everything, so I left it all up. These are the different sizes, colors. Critical damage, large. Like I left most of this stuff standard. For targeting, I don't use right click to target itself. Click on field to deselect. I don't want to deselect targets. Like I want to stay locked on a target because I use my right click to hold and rotate. Open R&B menu when target's on. I don't mess with that. Ground targets, ability, selection type, normal. I do want to see target to target. I do want to see the target cast bar. I haven't messed with dual defensive and offensive target locks yet. Eventually, I'll probably do that when we're focusing like healers and stuff. Abilities require clicking target. I don't like that. I just want to be able to spam a button and it goes. Enable soft lock and tab targeting mode. I don't like that because I like to tab target. Show soft lock indicator and nameplates. I think that's a good idea. Show reticle on soft lock. I think that's a good idea too. Player effects, show everything. I like everything, but if you're having problems or your video card or you don't have the memory for it, you can turn some of this stuff down and you won't have as many issues. Party and raid, this is huge. When in party, show allies in raid frame. A lot of people say they like that on my streams, and so I would enable this for sure. Enable hover target for party members. When in raid, show groups, allies, and party frame. I haven't messed with anything other than this because I think it's good. You can also change the colors so you can see, fighters red, bards pink, rogues purple. You can change these colors if you want for your raid frames. Key bindings is going to be completely up to you. I play weird. I play S is forward, X is backwards, A is strafe left, D is strafe right. Jump for me, spacebar. Sit is the number key star or asterisk. Ascend is space. Descend, I don't have that set up yet. Toggle sprints, left shift. Toggle run walk is tilde key, which is top left next to 1. Toggle walking is... oh no, sorry. Toggle auto run is tilde key. Toggle walking, I think, is comma. Action bars. I bind all my action bars to keys, and they're all number key based, and they're all based on my mouse. And each one's got a Control Alt and Control Alt modifier. By that, it means 1 through 12 is 1 through 12 on my bar, and then if I hold Alt, now I got another 1 through 12. If I hold Control, I got another 1 through 12. If I hold Control and Alt, I have another 1 through 12. So it allows me to get like 44 keybinds. Weapon attack, I just have that on left mouse button. Guard is left control. Guard action camera is right. I don't really use the action camera, so I guess I could clear these. I don't use the action camera. I think these are just stock. Anyways, guard is left control. Weapon attack. Apparently, I don't have that set up. I don't need it. I hit the buttons and it works. Dodge is middle mouse button. I do end up using dodge quite a bit. Swap weapons is Q. PvP force flag. I don't really PvP yet, so we'll probably set that right now to F8. So if we wanna go into PvP, we can do that. General abilities 1 and 2. I don't really know what those are for. Like I said, I got all my action bars set up 1 through 12 because I've got the mouse with all the buttons on the side. And when I want to go to action bar 2, I just hit Control. Go to action bar 3, I hit Alt. Action bar 4, I'll hit Control and Alt, but I haven't needed to use that yet. I don't think there's a 4th action. These are all vehicle stuff. I haven't set these up yet because I haven't been in the vehicle. Sports fishing, I don't really know what that is. I'll probably play with that later. I did set some pet action selections, so that way I could send my pet forward and backward. And that's F1 and F2 for the summoner, if you play summoner. Basically, F1 sends my pet in, F2 sends my pet back to me. So I can have him go pull things while I'm managing aggro. You can do it for all the pet. You can bind all the pet controls. Let's see, targeting. Let's see, what do we have? Cycle targets. I don't really mess with cycle targets. I used to use tab to tab between the targets. E is my target's nearest enemy. And then you can cycle friendly targets with control tab. Cycle nearest ally. I'm not a healer, so I don't really have to worry about that. Clear targets, delete. Toggle hard lock. I don't really use it because I'm already soft locked on them when I'm attacking them. Target a target might be useful for if we're trying to manage aggro with the tank. So I'm probably going to make that Alt F because F is assist in WoW, and so Alt F will be in here. Target a defensive target. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Target self. F shift 7. Target party member 1 through. I don't know. I'm not going to use any of that because I just click everybody. I don't need to do it. I can just do it from the raid frame. These are all raid markers. You can set up the different raid markers. So if you want to put them on number keys, you can quickly hit them and set up your raid markers. Let's see. World maps. And this is all stock. I left this all stock, I think. Let me just go through. F interactive. Yeah, I think I left most of this stuff all stock. Camera, zoom in and zoom out is wheel, mouse. Toggle action cameras, comma. I never used action camera. Miscellaneous. This is a big thing because if you want to read into tooltips for like items, like let's say I go in here and I'm like, yo, what does a finisher? What does daze do? If I press T, I can lock this and I can see what daze does, or silenced. A lot of people don't know that, so. That keybind is right here, lock tooltips, so you can actually see what the tooltips are. Compare tooltips. If I want to compare items, if I'm comparing a bow, I have mine set to J. You can change it to whatever you want, but we can look at the difference here. We can see the difference in power by pressing J. That's compare item tooltips. Unstuck, I don't have a keybind for that. I just basically go to the menu and unstuck. That'll kill you if you press it, so I don't want that on the keybind. Mount flourish, I don't know what the fuck that means. For interface, show party pings on map. I think I left all this stuff standard. The HUD, I think I turned down my UI just a little bit. Yeah, I like a little bit smaller of a UI because it feels less bulky. As a matter of fact, I might even go a little smaller. You can also change how clear the map is, the mini map, although it doesn't look like that's working. The icons, you can make those bigger. Oh, where? Weird. Interesting. So that's how clear the icons are. Sorry, I'm learning some new stuff as I go through here. Nameplates is huge, especially when you go to PvP. I have max distance and max everything on these, and I show everything always. But if you're the type that lags in big cities, you might want to turn some of these off. And you can change colors and stuff like that. That is the little name that will show up over your allied members, your PvP members, or your non-player members like mobs and stuff. I have almost all of them turned up except for this one says below 100%. I think I left these all standard. You know, pretty standard stuff, but that's what this setting is for. Display corrupted nameplate. That's if somebody has corruption on them because they've been PvPing with people who don't want to PvP. What else? Display corrupted vehicle. Not really worried about it. Show friendly quest icon. Always, like all this stuff is pretty just. It's either show or always on. Action bars. You can turn off action bars if you're not using them and you don't want to see them. You can turn them off here. You can do the same thing with showing the empty slots or showing not the empty slots. Community chats, tabs. I mean, that's all pretty straightforward. If you're having issues with latency too, you could also turn off the world chat. Just uncheck this, and you know, your game won't be going through thousands of messages all the time. That can save you a lot. So sometimes, like, if I feel like it's just getting a little laggy while I'm streaming or whatever, I'll turn off the global chat, the world chat, and then that way I only got proximity and guild chat and whoever's around me. Invites, this is if you want to auto decline any of these things, pretty straightforward. And visuals, I turned off I thought I turned off disable motion blur. Anyways, I don't like motion blur, so. And then this is, you know, for people who, if you want to mess with the camera's FX intensity, whatever the fuck that means, the shake intensity, the blur intensity, chromatic aberration, I'm guessing that's like the foliage stuff. I don't know, I didn't really mess with this stuff too much, but that's the settings. You can also do a bunch of stuff with the chat here just by clicking settings too. I mean, there's tons of stuff. Guild, raid, global, whatever. I turn it off most of the time because it lags me out. Anyways, that's it. Somebody wanted me to go through that and post what I do on my settings. That's my settings. Probably not for everybody. I play a little weird, but there it is.